November 21st, 1916, a giant ship sank beneath the Aegean Sea. She was enormous, luxurious, and considered one of the safest ships ever built. Yet she disappeared beneath the waves in less than an hour. The ship's name was Britannic, the sister of the Titanic. And today, most people have never heard of her, because history remembers the Titanic, but forgets the Britannic. And yet, her story is just as fascinating, because she was built to avoid the mistakes of the Titanic. And still, she sank. This is the story of HMHS Britannic, Titanic's forgotten sister. The Britannic was part of an ambitious dream. The White Star Line wanted three magnificent ships, three ocean giants, the Olympic, the Titanic, and the Britannic. Together, they would dominate transatlantic travel. The first ship, content reference, watertight Marine, Index 0 was successful. Then came the second, content reference, watertight, Index 1. The disaster shocked the world. More than 1,500 people died. The tragedy changed maritime history forever. Then attention turned to the third ship, Britannic. She was still under construction, and after Titanic's sinking, her design changed dramatically. Engineers added new safety features, more lifeboats, better davits, improved watertight compartments, a strengthened hull. The Britannic was intended to be safer than her famous sister, perhaps even unsinkable. Then history intervened. World War I erupted. Passenger travel suddenly became less important. Britannic was requisitioned by the British government. She became a hospital ship. Her new name reflected her new role, HMHS Britannic, His Majesty's Hospital Ship Britannic. Instead of wealthy passengers, she now carried doctors, nurses, medical supplies, and wounded soldiers. Her grand dining rooms became hospital wards. Luxury cabins became treatment rooms. The ship entered a very different kind of service. Despite the war, the Britannic gained a reputation for reliability. She completed several successful missions, transporting thousands of injured soldiers. Everything seemed normal. Then came November 21st, 1916. The Britannic was sailing through the content reference Aegean Index 2. The weather was calm. The sea was clear. There were more than 1,000 people on board. Most were medical staff and crew. At 8:12 a.m., an explosion rocked the ship. Violently, passengers were thrown from their beds. Windows shattered. The giant vessel shuddered. Nobody knew what had happened. At first, many feared a torpedo attack. German submarines operated in the region, but another possibility existed, a sea mine. The waters had recently been mined by German forces. To this day, most historians believe the Britannic struck a mine. Whatever caused the explosion, the damage was severe, very severe. Water poured into the ship. Several watertight compartments flooded immediately. The crew reacted quickly. But something unexpected happened. The Britannic began sinking faster than anticipated. This made no sense. She had been specifically redesigned after the Titanic disaster. She should have survived longer. Investigators later identified several factors. Some portholes remained open. Hospital regulations encouraged ventilation. As water entered, the ship listed. Open portholes dipped below the waterline. More water flooded inside. The situation became catastrophic. The captain attempted something bold. He tried to beach the ship. If he could reach shallow water, hundreds of lives might be saved. But the flooding became unstoppable. The giant vessel continued sinking. Then came another tragedy. Some lifeboats launched too early. The ship's propellers were still turning. Massive, powerful, deadly. Two lifeboats were drawn into them. The propellers destroyed the boats instantly. Several people died. It was one of the most horrifying moments of the sinking. Then the order came. Stop the engines. But it was too late for those already lost. The Britannic's final moments arrived quickly. Amazingly quickly. Only 55 minutes after the explosion, the ship rolled onto her side, then slipped beneath the sea. Gone. Yet there was one remarkable difference from Titanic. Most people survived. Out of more than 1,000 on board, only 30 people died, an astonishingly low number compared to the Titanic disaster. The safety improvements had mattered. The warm weather mattered. The nearby islands mattered. And the rapid rescue response mattered. Many lives were saved. Still, the sinking remained extraordinary, because Britannic should have been the safest of the three sister ships. Instead, she became the largest ship lost during World War I. Then came another mystery. Why did she sink so quickly? The investigation raised difficult questions. Was the explosion larger than believed? Did structural weaknesses remain? Did open portholes doom the ship? Historians continue debating these details. The exact sequence remains uncertain. Then came another fascinating chapter, the wreck itself. For decades, the Britannic rested in silence beneath the Aegean Sea. Then, in 1975, the wreck was discovered by Content, reference Oisite, Index 3 Sharns. The ship was remarkably well preserved, lying on her side, deep beneath the water. Unlike Titanic, Britannic remains largely intact. The warm waters and shallower depth help preserve her. Today, she is one of the world's most fascinating shipwrecks. Divers continue studying her. Researchers continue learning from her. Yet she remains overshadowed by her famous sister, because the Titanic became a symbol, a luxury liner lost on her maiden voyage, a tragedy of immense scale. Britannic's story unfolded differently. She never carried paying passengers. She never completed commercial service. She became a hospital ship, a vessel of mercy, and then disappeared beneath the sea. Perhaps that is why history forgot her. But her story matters, because Britannic represented humanity's attempt to learn from disaster. Engineers corrected mistakes. Safety measures improved. Lessons were applied. And yet, fate found another way. A ship designed to avoid Titanic's destiny still met the sea. The Olympics survived. The Titanic became legend. The Britannic became a footnote. But perhaps she deserves more. A magnificent ship, transformed by war, destroyed by an explosion, and remembered by far too few. Because the greatest irony of Britannic is simple. She was built because of the Titanic, she was improved because of the Titanic, and she still became one of history's great shipwrecks, a giant hospital ship, the largest vessel lost during World War I, and the forgotten sister who slipped beneath the Aegean Sea in less than an hour.